Now, if you recall, the ID attribute is used to identify an HTML element uniquely in a document. So no two elements should have the very same ID. But what if you want to apply a set of styles to multiple elements? Well, you can define IDs for each of those elements and then use the ID selector in the CSS file and apply the same set of rules. But that will not be very efficient, would it? This is where the class method comes to the rescue. So let's look at the CSS once again. Look at how we've defined two classes, right? The first beginning on line 13, it's called boring, which has a set of 5 style attributes. The second is called red text, which has just one style attribute defined, right? Let's go back to the HTML file. So now look at the divs that begin on lines 12, 14 and 16, right? The div beginning on line 12 has two class selectors or two class attributes defined, right? Boring as well as red text. Whereas the divs beginning on lines 14 and lines 16 have been assigned a class boring. So let's just review this and see what we get. Well, look at the last two divs. In terms of the styles that have been assigned, well, they are identical, right? The only difference between them is the content that they hold. Whereas if you look at the first div, right, here you find that the text is showing up in red. And how did that happen? Well, that happened because we assigned it another class called red text. So here's an excellent example where you assign the same set of rules to multiple elements without having to resort to the ID selector in the CSS file. By defining a particular class, assigning it a set of rules, you can assign that same class to multiple elements, and rest assured, the same set of styles will be applied to all those elements.